Throughout our 43-year history, Share has prided ourselves on adapting to the needs of this community. This was never tested more than it was over the past 2 years. While a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic rapidly spread throughout our world, our country and our community also dealt with systemic issues of racism and inequitable justice. Share's Hot Meals is one of our flagship programs, and during the pandemic, it was literally a lifeline for thousands of people in our community. Prior to COVID, about 3,700 meals were served each month. Under COVID, the need for meals skyrocketed to almost double in March of 2020 and reached a historic high of more than 9,600 meals in October. Since its beginning, Share's Hot Meals has been able to operate because of the generosity of hundreds of volunteers. But in the early days of COVID, we asked our volunteers to stay home. We wanted them to stay safe. Small teams of staff were asked to step up to fill in those shoes, and they did so to honor our volunteers, and we have never had to close down our essential meal program. Today, the program continues to average 7,500 meals each month. And we are so thankful to the returning and new volunteers that support this critical program. More than 14,000 households in Clark County are still behind in their rent or mortgage. Share's eviction prevention program remains a key focus at Share, with 16 employees working each day to distribute American Rescue Plan funds that are provided through the Clark County Community Services. Through February of this year, Share has helped 2,034 households remain in their homes and not overwhelm our emergency shelter system. The overarching goal of Share's Affordable Housing and Stability Program is to help our clients quickly find permanent, affordable, and sustainable housing. We assist with building a network of support systems to help clients stabilize and retain their housing, with the hope that they never experience housing instability again. We acknowledge that structural racism in the United States housing and social service systems continue to adversely affect Black, Indigenous, and people of color. In early 2021, Share was awarded a grant through the Building Changes called Equitable Housing Navigation. This grant provides financial support to BIPOC families as they exit our shelters and move into permanent housing. Our goal is to empower clients to be their own agents for change, placing resources in their hands to maintain their housing and ensure a better future for their household. Two programs that have a direct impact on our neighborhoods are Talking Trash and Share Outreach. Our outreach team has expanded dramatically, growing from 2 staff to 12 in this past year. Funding for the new staff came through the Clark County via the American Relief Plan. The expansion is directly tied to the growing needs of women, men, and non-binary who are unhoused throughout our local community. Their focus is to build a line of communication and trust with people while treating them with dignity and compassion. Share provides basic needs supplies as well as connections to housing assistance, physical and mental health services, and so much more. Our Talking Trash crew is unique in that each of the staff is formerly or currently experiencing homelessness. And in the past 2 years, they have collected the equivalent weight of 54 African elephants. This program saw numerous challenges in 2020, with both the pandemic and hazardous conditions due to wildfires, while the team members just couldn't even work outside. But their efforts still collected 103 tons of trash. And this past year, they almost tripled that number to 280 tons. Diversity, equity, and inclusion remain at the forefront of our work. The Share E team remains focused on their mission to promote a culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion for all staff, volunteers, and clients at Share by identifying strengths, issues, and opportunities within the agency. As an organization, we ask ourselves how we can both dismantle inequitable systems while focusing on sustainable solutions for our clients who must access housing, healthcare, education, and employment systems today. Our new mission statement opens with this line: Share believes that every person counts. We find this to be imperative and reflective of who we are and what we believe. We are grateful to our compassionate and dedicated volunteers who join us in this belief and whose diversity brings the creativity and vitality that is necessary for the continued growth of our organization. Our mission motivates and inspires our vital work each and every day as we continue to support those in need and make our community home for all. And we need your help in doing that.